Right now on Outside the Bubble, lawmakers in one state could make texting while walking illegal. But is it really that big of a problem? Plus, Pawpaw is sad no longer. Hear what he did to cheer himself up after his grandsons didn't show up to his reunion dinner. And later we're reading your comments on which Netflix show you're addicted to. Plus, would you like it if your transcript had your physical health info on it? Things like your body mass index and how overweight you are. Well, several states are considering putting that info right next to all of your grades. It all starts right now.
This is Outside the Bubble with Mo Simmons, Evie Schultz, and Tyler Springer. Now, it's time to go outside the bubble.
All right, well, welcome to Outside the Bubble. I'm Evie Schultz along with Tyler Springer and Mo Simmons. First up today, we're talking about texting while driving. It's illegal in many states, but how would you like it if you got fined for texting while just walking down the sidewalk? New Jersey lawmakers are considering making texting while walking illegal because pedestrians, as they call them, present a risk to other drivers on the road. The penalty is 15 days in jail and up to a $50 fine. The proposal comes with the recent spike in the number of deaths due to people being distracted by their phones while walking. What do you guys think about this?
That's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know there was that story, I think it came out at the end of the year, that said there were like more selfie deaths than people who like...
Selfie deaths?
Right, like they were, like I think there was one guy who like walked off a cliff and he died, which is sad. I don't know, I shouldn't be laughing, but he was like trying to get a really cool, like he was up in a mountain and stuff, and he's like, this would be a really cool shot, and he accidentally walked off the cliff. So, I mean, I can see how people would be distracted that way, but I mean, just walking to work or walking to a coffee shop, I mean, people are crunched for time. That's why they are on their phones while walking. And so, I mean, people, I think, have enough common sense, you know, to obey traffic laws and to watch for cars and to look both directions.
Do you guys text while you walk? I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I do all the time.
I'm on my phone all the time.
I mean, to be honest, in my personal opinion, this is really goofy because it's just like, I know we're not supposed to text while driving, but you have like a 2-ton vehicle that you're in charge of. I mean, your body, I'm pretty sure the worst you can do is, oh, I'm sorry, and just like nudge into somebody. Except for the dude on the cliff, he was just being stupid.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, everyone texts all the time. I mean, that's what cell phones are used for, right? I mean,
That's true.
I don't see the issue with it.
And I mean, how are they going to police that you're texting, right? Like, what if I'm, you know, checking Facebook? Is that going to be illegal too?
They'll just get on their segways and follow you, like, hey,
They'll be right behind me, like creeping over my shoulder.
give you a walking ticket, the green one.
Oh, those are the worst.
I do find myself, though, when I'm walking and texting, sometimes not realizing where I'm going at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is just a reminder, especially in the case of the guy with the selfie in the cliff, to be aware.
I mean, have you ever like almost gotten hit by a car though?
No.
When you're like walking, like you're not that distracted.
No, not usually. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I feel like your kind of personality though is kind of like spacey sometimes.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
could see you definitely getting hit by a car.
Well, I hope I don't get hit by a car. I hope. Moving on, by now you know who Pawpaw is, unless you've been living under a social media rock. After inviting his grandkids to a reunion dinner, the only one of his grandkids that showed up snapped a picture of her grandpa looking sad at dinner because no one else came. The Oklahoma grandpa is now a viral star, however, and even invited his fans over for a cookout this past weekend. Did you see this picture, Mel?
I definitely saw this picture. Actually, I retweeted it from the original account.
Okay.
Like, I saw it like the day it came out, and I was like, man, that's so sad. Like I never seen someone look so sad while eating a burger. That's how I knew something was wrong. Like usually you're happy, maybe if the burgers suck, you're depressed. But you know, and then they found out like all the grandkids didn't show up. I mean, I know that's like pretty sad. Like that takes a toll on somebody.
Did he really look that sad though?
Maybe it was the burger. I don't know.
I mean, because
Are you saying maybe it was posed?
No, I'm not saying it was posed. I'm just saying like I don't think it was as sad as people made it out to be. Like maybe if he was like mentally ill or he had some sort of like, you know, illness there. He was gonna like die in 3 weeks, and he had like a beard, and he was all wrinkly. But I mean, he looked like he was kind of like pretty still in shape for however old he was, and he looked kind of like a tough guy, you know, just from like the bald, just physical description wise. And so I was like, you know, I don't really feel bad for him. He probably doesn't really feel bad. It's just that picture in that moment just made it seem like it. And then, you know, like he takes his fame and he invites all of his fans over for a barbecue at his house in Oklahoma. So he seems to be enjoying the fame.
I
So
think it's more the idea is sad. The idea of your
exactly,
grandparents or
right.
an elderly person being alone. Like whenever I see elderly people at restaurants alone,
eating alone?
oh, it just breaks my heart.
What?
Does that not make you guys sad?
I mean,
No,
to
because
be
that's going to
honest,
be me.
I was just about to say that's going to be me too. I already eat alone
Yeah.
in Edgerton, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just tugs at my heartstrings. You think about why they're alone.
Well,
all the
they're alone because
possibilities.
okay, there could be multiple reasons. But I mean, eating alone is not that bad as people make it out to be. I think it's one of those stereotypes, you know, like, oh, somebody's eating alone, they must be a horrible person and no one likes them. Like, no, that's just something we all made up.
That is, and what we saw in Pawpaw's case, a lot of people like him because they all showed up to his cookout.
Right. And I need to eat, and I'm on a time crunch. So I need to eat fast. I don't have time to talk to people because then my lunch ends up being like twice the time.
But maybe I should try eating alone.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun being a loner. It really is.
I'll do it this week. Well, you probably don't remember seeing your weight show up on your elementary school report card, but several states are now sending weight reports home with the students to try and reduce the problem of childhood obesity. The reports contain information such as the child's body mass index, and if they're overweight, the report might say something like falls outside of a healthy weight. Studies have shown, though, that over time, these reports have prompted little to no change in the students' overall health during their adolescence. What do you guys think about this?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I think that's good. Because, I mean, who else is going to tell them? I mean, if they're overweight, their parents aren't going to say, you know, I mean, usually, you know, it has something to do with the family, right? I mean, of course, there's a more overarching problem of the food system, right, in our country. But usually the parents have something to do with the child being overweight. So they're not going to say, hey, you know, little Johnny, you need to start eating healthier. So the school is the next best place to find it. You know, it's like sex ed. You know, if the parents aren't going to teach them about sex, then the school does it with the health classes. So I think it's just kind of one of those things they need to learn and they would not take awareness of if the school didn't bring attention to it.
I don't know. I'm a little bit more indifferent about it. I do believe that the school does need to talk about their like weight and BMI. I remember one of my gym classes, they actually had us take that before, and like, you know, I don't remember my exact number at the time, but I remember it was like a way of learning like how to control your body weight and stuff like that. But putting it on a transcript could lead, especially at such a young, fragile age. Like, imagine like a kid like getting made fun of, it's like, hi, you're skinny, so you're stupid. Because like maybe he's little, but his grades don't match. You know, that's just another way to get like bullied and made fun of.
I guess I see the other side of it, you know, because it could, you know, bring in some insecurities, especially to females at that age.
Well, no, I think we have a picture of me when I was little because, yeah, there it is. I was really chubby. That's me. I think I weigh the same amount now as I did then. But
What?
I think pretty close. And I think that would have devastated me if I had seen that on my report card.
Well,
You know
they're
what
not
I
going to put
mean?
a picture of you
No,
on your
not the
report
photo,
card.
but I think if I had seen
Like,
that.
arrow, look, you're too chubby.
Because
They don't
I just
do
feel
that.
like most kids already know. If you're overweight as a kid, I think you already know usually. You know what I mean?
Like
you're
you
not
see, oh, I'm a
oblivious.
little different than all
yeah,
my friends.
Yeah, so I think it's not necessarily the school's job to point it out to you or your parents because it's usually pretty obvious.
And sometimes maybe you're the chubby kid at the time, and then you grow up to be like this 6'6" person and like this really muscular football player, or maybe you just become super skinny and regular. Like body type changes all the time, so I don't think we should out it, but just more educated.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I like that.
I think I agree with that. That's a good way to put it. Awesome. We'll see. Well, lastly today, I know that I'm a little late to the game, but I'm finally addicted to Netflix. My recent favorite show is Happy Valley. I can't stop watching it. It's a British crime drama. So good. And so we were wondering, what other shows are Netflix addicts watching? Well, we put a call out on social media So let me pull up my Facebook page.
I've never heard of that show, Happy Valley.
Oh, it's so good.
Never heard of it.
I can't stop talking about it. It's so good. Well, guys, the response was overwhelming on Facebook. I got 85 comments of people sharing their favorite Netflix shows, so people actually are addicted, I think.
Oh, I know.
Everyone.
I know.
What do they like?
I can tell you all sorts of Sons of Anarchy, Gilmore Girls, Grey's Anatomy was a big one, New Girl, Friends also. A lot of people said House of Cards.
Who said House of Cards?
Everyone. Not everyone, but a large majority.
Was there anyone that stood out that surprised you?
Let me look. Not really. Most of these I've heard of them. There weren't any that
Popular
were super.
ones.
Yeah, the most of. A lot of people like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt too, which I also like that
Oh,
show.
yeah, I heard that's good.
Yeah, most of these. Have you guys ever heard of Trailer Park Boys?
Not off the top of my head.
Someone
No, I haven't
commented
that
that.
one.
I don't know. So we have all sorts of ideas for new shows, and it turns out everyone else is addicted too.
Well, I watch a lot of reality TV, and they don't have a ton of that on Netflix, unfortunately. If there are, it's like older seasons. So
What do you watch on Netflix when you get on there?
Honestly, I'm not watching anything on Netflix right now.
Really?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like I watch like the networks, you know, TLC, Lifetime, VH1, and then all the networks live. I'm just one of those people who,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9 o'clock.
You like to watch your show.
Right. But I get the convenience of Netflix,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, because whenever, it's your schedule. So if you have 4 hours to spare and you want to watch a full season of whatever, you can do that.
Yeah.
Which is, what makes Netflix so great. I remember we had Netflix before it was streaming, right? So you had to order the DVDs
Yeah,
in the
I
mail.
remember doing
and
that
it
in
took
high
them like
school.
a couple days. Yeah,
I ordered so many movies
I know.
doing that in high school. What do you watch on Netflix?
Personally, I'm big on Criminal Minds.
Oh,
I just finished the 10th season. I know it's sad, but I also really love this show called The Boondocks. It's very
Oh, yeah.
This is a cartoon urban show. It's pokes fun at everything. And then now I think I may actually get into either Making a Murder or The Office. I'm really late to The Office train. So, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty funny.
Well, a lot of people commented both of those, so I think they're highly recommended.
See, there we go.
And then you can get together with your friends and talk about
Yeah, it's
What
so
friends?
fun.
Oh, Mo doesn't have any friends, sorry.
I apologize.
Well, that is our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you'll join us right back here next time. But until then, for all of us here, I'm Evie Schultz. And don't forget to take some time this week to see what's going on outside the bubble. See ya.